get so strong enough.
Hey everyone. So it's getting closer to Thanksgiving and I wanted to kind of try something a little bit different rather than just always the same thing. You know, pumpkin pie, pecan pie, sweet potato pie. I just wanted to try something a little bit different this year. So, but first I got to practice it so that I don't like kill anybody. So today I've never done it before and I'm not going to follow a particular recipe, but I mean, I'm going to show you how much I put into everything after I'm done showing you what you need. So kind of bear with me here and I'll do the best that I can. So you're going to need flour, 1 can of jelly cranberry sauce, 1 can of sliced peaches. I'm going to cook on an enamel pan today and an aluminum pan today. I'm going to be cooking in a glass cake pan. It's a small one. I've asked you guys or showed you guys, that it's okay to go out of your comfort zone when it comes to cast iron because that's what I'm used to cooking in and y'all know that by now. That's strictly what I cook in. But today I'm going to go outside my comfort zone and cook in aluminum, glass, and enamel. I'm kind of used to enamel, but I don't have a whole lot of these pots, so I'm kind of stuck with what I have here. Oh, and I want to puree it. I don't want big chunks in my bars. I just want to see what it does, see what it tastes like. See if, I don't know. I don't know. You're with me on this journey and we're going to do it together. Okay, now that I've got my cranberry in there and my peaches in there, they're boiling now or simmering. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this and I'm going to emulsify them to make them into like a puree. And then we're going to go from there. Okay, now that I have pureed the cranberry and the peaches, I'm just going to let these simmer real on low for a little bit because I want them to get kind of jellied like, or I want them to thicken up a little bit. So I am probably going to add a couple of teaspoons of flour to these just to help them thicken up because I don't want them runny. And then we'll go from there. I did not put any sugar in either one of these because I'm going to make a crumb topping for it. And I think that there's more than enough sugar in there. So I'm not going to add any more sugar to it. All right. I'll be back with more. Stay tuned. Okay, so I ended up using 1 tablespoon of flour for the cranberry puree to thicken that up. And then I used 4 tablespoons for the peach. So I'm just going to let these cool down a little bit. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to get ready. I'm going to get my dough ready. And I'm going to put it in that glass cake pan thing. Or cake pan. So that's what I'm going to do. And hopefully this will set up. Because I'm going to put it in the fridge. And it'll set up. And then I'll show you how I'm going to do my crumble on top. Okay, now I'm back. And I have a pie crust here that I made, I don't know, maybe about a week or so ago, maybe, I don't know. But I made it when I made my my homemade from scratch pumpkin pie, and you can find that in my other videos that I have on how to make this. It's a good recipe, but I mean, you don't have to use this. I mean, I'm sure that store-bought stuff is just as good. It's no secret that I'm terrible at making pie crusts, so I'm actually kind of proud of this because it actually stayed together for me, which normally I wouldn't be able to do that. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to roll it out and put it in this pan here. I'm going to take a little bit of flour. And I'm just going to roll out my dough. And I shall return with a rolled out pie crust. Okay, so I've got my pie dough rolled out. I didn't want to do it round. I wanted to kind of make it this shape, and I didn't want it to come all the way up to the edge here because I don't want it to be a pie. I just want it to be a crust on the bottom. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of eyeball this. Maybe push down a little bit, make an indentation to where then I can just easily cut the bottom out to where I need it. I'm not pushing very hard on my counter either, so it's not even, it's not doing anything to the counter. And oh, yep, we're gonna spray this with some Pam, just in case. You never know, could stick. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna place this in the bottom. And then maybe flatten it out a little bit around the edges, but not all the way up, just in the bottom. I'll show you in just a second here, once I've got it pretty much where I want it. Kind of like that. Got it kind of flattened out a little bit. And I'm letting my mixtures cool. And they're getting there. They're pretty cool and they're pretty thick. And what I think I'm going to do though is I'm going to add maybe some allspice to it, maybe a little bit of nutmeg. I'll let you know how much I did. And because that's a fall flavor that we're all familiar with. And this is kind of what this dish is going to be. This dessert is going to be, it's going to be a fall thing. So I will be right back as soon as those get cooled down, and I'm just going to mix some stuff into them and we'll be good to go. Okay, so this is what we need to make our crumb topping. We need flour, light brown sugar, baking powder, ground cinnamon, quick oats, and butter. And I'm going to use the butter that I made last night because I think it's going to be really good. So I'm going to start on that and then I'll come back. Hi. Okay, I'm back now. And I forgot to put the kosher salt on there when I was telling you the ingredients that you would need for the crumble. So there's kosher salt in there, and I will give you the amounts as I'm pouring them in the bowl with words up on the screen. So, but they tell you to whisk the dry ingredients in. 1 cup of flour. We're supposed to just make sure that this is well incorporated. Smells good. Smells like fall. Okay, I think that's good. And now it says to use your hands to mix it together and make like pea-sized clumps with butter, unsalted butter. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, make sure you wash your hands really good before you do this, especially if you're going to have other people eating it. As I'm crumbling this together, I'll show you periodically how the flour, or I mean the butter is getting incorporated to the flour and the sugar and all the other stuff in there. It'll become like a pea-sized crumble. Just kind of rub it together. This might take a little while, so I'm going to fast forward the video, but I'll show you what it's like, what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so I think I've got what I'm supposed to have here. These little pea-sized clumps of butter and oatmeal and brown sugar and stuff. And now I'm supposed to bake it on a sheet. I mean, look at that, brand new. Like I said, I'm going out of my comfort zone today all the way, not just part way, but all the way. And I've got to bake this at 375 for 8 minutes. Go and get that on there. Just kind of spread it out a little bit. Maybe toast it. Maybe that's what it's doing. It's just toasting it. I don't know. So I put the crumble mixture in the oven, and then I thought, oh wait, I bet you walnuts would be really good on that. They're mixed in with it. So I pulled it out. It's on the oven. It's not even hot yet. So I'm going to put maybe about a half a cup in here in my little processor. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add that to that crumble because I really think that would dress it up a lot. See, it wasn't even up to temp. Now it is. Oh. Guess it would help if I plugged it in. Okay. There we go. Oh, those look really good. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and add these to this mixture here. I'm just going to kind of fluff them up in there. And I think they're going to be really good. Just kind of mix them in so that they're all evenly incorporated. And now that my oven truly is ready, now we're going in the oven. Okay, so I pulled... Hello. Wait, the oven just has perfect timing. So when I pulled them out of the oven, and they look pretty toasted to me, and I'm just going to set them over here to cool because I'm going to have to touch these with my hands. So I'm going to set them over here to cool. But in the meantime, I'm going to start filling my pie crust that I had put in the bottom. I pre-baked it at like 350 for like 15 minutes. I've got my peach. I'm going to put down first, I think. I'm just going to kind of spread that out on the pan onto the pastry that I have, that I made. That looks good. Got most of it out of there. Just going to spread it out a little bit, even it out. Smells good. Okay. Okay, now for the cranberry puree that I made. Spread that out on top of it. I guess I'm trying to make something like a layer. I don't know. I'm kind of Frankensteining it today. We'll see how it goes. Maybe good, maybe like, yeah, I don't know about that. Seemed like it took forever though for those crumbs to get done. 8 minutes, my butt. Took like 13 minutes. If I was cooking in iron, they would have been done in like 4 minutes flat. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But no, I'm doing this. I'm doing this without CI today. All right. I think that looks good. Oh, can you see them? They're toasted. 13 minutes. I'm just going to go ahead and keep filling on top here because this is what it called for. This is how much it said. So that's an awful lot of crumble. Holy cow. All right. You weren't kidding. Okay, this is a small pan, so I think I'm gonna call that good. Then I'm gonna put this back in the oven on 350 for like maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes. I'll let you know what the time was that I thought was best for it. And it came out. Fingers crossed.
It's so strong enough.